A rational expression is an algebraic expression written as a fraction. Okay, so your numerator is an expression, quadratic, linear, whatever. Denominator is the same thing. Now, a rational expression is in simplest form when the numerator and the denominator are polynomials with no common factors. Okay, so basically, like you heard Quinn say, and a few others say, factor the top. What two numbers multiply to give you 25, add to give you 10? 5 and 5. Factor the bottom. Two numbers that multiply to give you 20, add to give you 9? 5 and 4. And if you notice, there's an x plus 5 at the top and an x plus 5 at the bottom. So they cancel out. And whatever you're left with is your final answer. And that's it. That's how you simplify a rational expression. Now, do not try to cancel out your x's like these two. The only time you can cancel is if you are multiplying. Okay? I'm adding x to a 5. I'm adding x to a 4, so I cannot cancel my x's. Now, if it was 5x over 4x, could I cancel my x's now? Yeah. Yes, because I'm multiplying. So I can keep simplifying, and then that would be my final answer. So there's a difference. Does everybody understand that? Yes. Question?
Can we simplify it and swap out the parentheses, or is it okay if we don't put it?
It's okay if you don't put it. Now, we'll want to put it if it's like more than one thing.
That's it, just the one thing.
Yep, no parentheses needed. So let's look at a couple. Top's already factored, bottom's already factored. What do you notice? They cancel out, leaving me with an x minus 7 over an x minus 2. That's it. Okay? Yes?
I'm picking out 2 on 9 as well as 5.
Uh-huh.
This was like,
Here we go. Everyone clearly, I saw some of you guys already working, so what do they have in common? So those go away, and I'm just left with x minus 5 over x plus 1, okay?
You don't put parentheses like they do in the example problem?
Nope, you don't have to.
Alright.
It's just kind of just being like, just
It
to
was
be
a
sure.
part of a factor.
Yeah.
Or was part of
Here, my bottom's factor, but my top isn't. Okay. To be serious, it's a perfect square, so what can,
It would be x minus 7 and x plus 7 and x plus 7 cancel out.
there you go, x minus 7, x plus 7. Your x plus 7s cancel out, leaving you with just x minus 7 over x minus 2. And yes, it is just that simple, okay? Take 3 minutes to do the next 3. Take 3 minutes. You're watching this video, pause this video, do the next 3, and then we'll check in a second. The top's factor, but the bottom is not. CH, give me the bottom. How'd you factor the bottom?
x plus 5 makes it.
Very good. X plus 5 and x minus 5. That is the difference of perfect squares. So there you go. Your x minus 5 is canceled out, and then this was your final answer, yes?
Yes.
Good stuff, okay? On to the next one. Here, I have to factor my top and my bottom. Tiffany, give me the top.
X minus 5 and x plus 2.
X minus 5 and x plus 2. Yes. Negative 5 and positive 2 multiply give me negative 10. Negative 5 plus 2 gives me a negative 3. Hunter, give me the bottom.
X minus 2 and x plus 2.
Very good. X minus 2, x plus 2. If you notice, your x plus 2's canceled out, and you're just left with x minus 5 over x minus 2. Yes? Good stuff. Moving forward, I have to factor both the top and the bottom. Emily, give me the top. X plus 5, x plus 3. Very good. Vance, give me the bottom.
X plus 5, x minus 4.
X plus 5's canceled out. And so this is your answer. We're straight, right?
Yes.
Just that simple, okay? Now, it can get a little tricky. Not difficult, just tricky. Because if you look at this, the top and the bottom are already factored.
It's the same thing.
What do you mean?
Because it's just reversed x minus 6 is the same thing.
But with subtraction,
No,
it can't
negative
mean
6
if they're in
plus
opposite order, they're not the same number.
It's
Sure.
negative 1x.
But when this happens, it looks like I can almost cancel it out. But in order to do it, all you have to do, what?
You have to divide by -1.
Not divide by -1, factor it out. We're factoring here. So just factor it out. So, x minus 6, x plus 3, that stays the same. I'm not going to do anything to this first factor. I'm doing nothing to the first factor. The only factor I'm concerned about is the one that I'm going to take the -1 out of. Okay? So this becomes, when I take out a negative one, what is gonna happen to this?
It's gonna be 6 plus X.
It's gonna be
X
x
Minus.
minus
Six.
6. Because think about it, if I take out a negative,
Oh, yeah.
this is gonna have to become a negative. Think about it, when I distribute,
Yeah.
it's gonna give me a negative x plus 6, which is that. So now, can I cancel out?
Yeah.
Yes, I can, my x minus 6's. So on the top, I'm left with an x plus 3. On the bottom, I'm left with an x minus 4 times a negative 1.
So negative x. Oh, but you,
No, I don't have to worry about changing this. All I need to do
There's one
is
time.
make the whole fraction negative.
Oh, okay.
And that takes care of that negative 1. Okay? So don't worry about having to change the signs or anything, just make the fraction negative. Because typically that's what you're doing, you're just making the fraction negative. Because you have a negative. Okay? Questions?
So the same thing for
So
the
the
next one.
next one's just gonna be negative
Same thing for the next one, okay? Well, what do you see
Both
first?
of them cancel out.
X plus 9 can cancel out.
X plus 9 cancels out, so I'm left with 2x minus 1 and then a 1 minus 2x. I can factor out that negative 1, can't I?
Mm-hmm.
So then that leaves me with what?
2
X
Minus 1.
plus
minus 1. A negative had to come out of both of those, so it changed the signs for both. Those cancel out. And I'm gonna be left with a negative 1. Now, just to kind of hit this concept now. When you cancel out and there's nothing left at the top, there's still a 1.
1 over negative 1.
Uh-huh. And so then that's how you get negative 1. I just want to kind of hit that because you'll see in your homework that your top and bottom are going to cancel out. There's going to be nothing at your top. There's going to be something at the bottom. Okay? So there's still a 1 at the top, and then whatever's in the bottom. Yes?
so if
So, looking at number 9. What do you think we should do?
This is perfect square, but it's
It's a perfect square, but it's backwards.
Negative
So,
1.
X squared.
3 plus.
if I factor out that negative 1, then I'll get what?
X squared
plus 3
minus 9.
One more factor.
Minus 9.
Minus 9. I can take out that negative 1, and now it looks like any other perfect square, right?
Yeah.
What's the factor?
X plus 3, X minus 3.
What cancels out?
X plus 3.
My x plus 3's. So I'm left with an x minus 3 on the top, x plus 1 on the bottom,
And the whole fraction is negative.
and the whole fraction is negative because of that negative 1. Can I cancel my x's? Can I do this? No.
No.
No, you cannot. Only if they were being multiplied, not if they're being added or subtracted, okay?
Why can't you just distribute the negative?
Hmm?
Why can't you just distribute?
You can distribute the negative, but I'm gonna let you know that this is how you'll see your answers on the EOC. They're never gonna distribute that negative 1 to the top or to the bottom. It's gonna be on the outside. Okay? So take the next 5 minutes, I want you to work on the rest of the page. The rest of the, okay? So then this should be your final answer. What I notice is my x plus 2's cancel out. Now only one x plus 2 is at the top, so I can only cancel out with one x plus 2 at the bottom. So that leaves me with 3x minus 5 at the top. And then at the bottom I have a 2 and then x plus 2. Could I distribute? Yes, you could distribute the 2 and get 2x plus 4. So if you did that, that's fine as well. Okay?
I get it all comes back to you.
Well, it's not like I can cancel out any of my common factors here, so. Alright? And the last one.
Add a 13.
Alright? Yes, you can.
I just did that.
I did.
This is old, okay? We went over this when factoring perfect cubes, okay? All you do is you just match it up. Instead of taking the square root this time, you're taking the what? Cube root. What's the cube root of x cubed?
X.
What's the cube root of 125?
5.
So A is x and B is 5 that you use to plug into your formula. Okay? So the top is going to be x minus 5.
X squared plus 5x plus 25.
Because all you do is multiply A and B together, so that's how you get 5x, and then square B, that's how you get 25. All of that is over the bottom, okay? The bottom is a perfect square.
X plus 5, x minus 5, x minus 5 is cancelled.
So then I'm just left with x squared plus 5x plus 25 over x plus 5. Ooh, I can't go no further than this.
I thought they were, like, that was a cube squared.
Say what?
I thought that was a cube, not squared.
This is a perfect square, but I still can't cancel. And then for the last one, it's another perfect cube. What's the cube root of 8? 2. So it's going to be a 2x. What's the cube root of 1? 1. So all you do is you just plug it into the formula. So when I factor my top, I get 2x minus 1. Then what's a squared?
2x squared. 4x squared.
4x squared, because I squared not only the x, but the 2 as well. What's a times b? 2x. And what's b squared?
1.
1. Now instead of trying to sit here and rack your brain to factor the bottom, you should notice that the bottom,
It's square. Yep, it makes a lot.
it cancels out with the top. So you're left with 2x minus 1.